Engwe Ep2 Pro. I lost the key to the battery that I bought. So I had to take the screws out here. Right here, 3 screws. From here, 1, 2, 3 here. And I hammer this part in like this with a hammer. Hammer that part. And this part here, I pry it out like this. Pry out like this. You know, like this. And it's coming out. See, it's about to come out. Yeah, it's come out. I watched a YouTube video. They done that. My other battery is the original battery for this. I have 2 keys. This battery, I had the keys in here in my pocket, and it disappeared. I think it magnetically came out. There's no way for me to lose it, but I lost the key. But now this battery, I cannot use it. I gotta take this out. This part, the keys activate the power here. It goes to the bike, you know. It connects the power. Somehow, I gotta take this key out and figure out how to connect the power wire in. Use some sort of power, electrical wire. And I can just slip it in and just start it. But it'll stay on all the time, you know. Engwe Ep2 Pro. I watched a video. I think they were Chinese. See them demonstrate. They were speaking in another language. Yeah, it was when I took all that screws out. This part was stuck here. Part here, right here. So I hammered it. Boop boop. It went in a little bit. Hammered it. And this way, then I pry out like this. And the final part, use this flathead, boom, and it came out. Oh, I just feel devastated, like I didn't have nowhere to start my bike, you know. I had the other batteries in the car with the 2 keys. All right, using the 2-ton jack this up so I can view it better, you know. Here's some tools, a bunch of chisel tools with hammering part here. You can change this with this. You can change the tire, the inner tube of any dirt bike, you know. Small dirt bike up to 110 dirt bike. I change the tire with this. Pry it out, you know. Use like 4 of them. Really neat tools. All right, that's it. All right, I took 2 more screws out right here on the side here, right here. And I see the ignition part. The keys right here. That turns the ignition right here. See this 2 white wire? That keys activate this 2 white wire and connects it together. Then it's ready to go, you know. It connects the power. Then, you know, your bike will be on all the time. But there's no way to put it in. You know, it got this part blocking it. And there's 2 more screws here. If this screw doesn't take this out, you can grind it, you know. I think you'll have the battery on all the time with the 2 white wires touching, you know, right here. Yeah, it's okay, this part here. Gotta grind it off or take the screws out right here. See what happened? This, you cannot insert it in the bike. This part is blocking it. Okay, take the 2 screws out of here. This part that was blocking the batteries from going in, you gotta use the key right here. So you just connect this 2 wire and insert it in the bike, you know. Or maybe I need to figure a switch for it, because you have it on, this 2 wire on, the battery's on all the time, it could drain the battery, you know. That could happen. I could put a switch, a simple switch, on and off, you know, simple, connect here. You find it anywhere, some broken stuff in the alleyway. Has some switch, you can find anywhere. Or I think I have some in my bunch of screws and bunch of junk stuff. Okay, I took two more screws out here, which connects to here, right here, and I took this screw this part out a little bit. There's another screw here, and this pops out, and find a way to pull it out, and a bunch of here mess here. Yeah, this blocking this part to turn it, turn it on and off, If I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna take all this part out, then I'm gonna insert any keys that sort of fit, and it'll probably turn it, turn it on and off, All right, there's nothing blocking it, So this is the keys to the other battery. So it goes like this. See that? On, off. Should work, This mechanism is for the keys to block it, if it's not the right keys. All right. I think I'm going to get it to work to use any keys, universal key. All right, here's a mechanism. I put this back in here. Fits right there. So it turns the keys. When I turn the key, this goes back in. This mechanism is not there to block from turning. The right keys. This is universal. I'll see it's gonna work. Trying to figure it out. Put in words. All right, I'm gonna turn it. See this out. Yeah, turn the keys, and that it went back in. I can insert the battery right there, but I have to mess with it a little bit. Right here, this mechanism is blocking the keys from turning. All right, I'm gonna try to put it back together. See what happened. Probably be see if it could become a universal key, to turn it. All right, I put the screws back on here, right here. 2 screws here. See that's coming in and out, going up and down. It's a universal key. It's amazing. Just took this right here, this key blocker right here out. Simple stuff. All right, I think it's gonna work. I have a feeling it's gonna work. Not really 100%, but I'm sure it's gonna work. Okay, it works. Let's see. Right there. Universal key. Got to mess with it a little bit like that. You can see that's that new battery I got right there. I had to stick a wire in there. The middle part is not touching. When I charge it, it has a different type of charger plug-in, All right, I'm put it on. We'll see if it works. Universal key. There's that mechanism right there to blocking the key. Blocking Yeah, use the right key. Look at that mechanism and a bunch of springs right there. All right, it works. Universal key right there. It works. And the lights right there. But the key doesn't stay on, it'll drop down, It don't have that mechanism to hold it in, right here, this part. Right there. See, just insert like that. Then that just turns off. You know how this part here is keeping the battery in when you take it out? It's going in and out. Like that. Universal key right here. Yeah. Ooh, that was devastating, you know. Just to go buy that battery was so difficult. It took a long time to contact them. And finally, I go buy it. Oh, yeah, I got a universal key. Made the battery into a universal key. By taking all that part out. Lost the key to that one. There's no way it came out of my pocket. I think it magnetically came out. I backtrack everywhere, trying to look for the keys. Check everywhere in the car. It's crazy. Backtrack, like places like I went to the store, you know, and you know, Eldorado Park, you know, over there. All right, fixed it. Probably gonna label this video universal key. Yeah, probably gonna label it lost key Engwe Ep2 Pro lost key battery fix into a universal key. Fix into a universal key. All right.